Hello there, Rangers faithful. Welcome back to your hub for everything that's happening at Ibrox, where the passion for the blue runs deep and the spirit of the club never fades. Before we get stuck into the latest updates, a huge shout out to all the new faces joining the fold. Your support makes all the difference, and it's fans like you that give the squad that extra lift every time they step onto the pitch. What EP? And let's dive straight into what's going on behind the scenes as the club gears up for the challenges ahead. With the January transfer window looming large on the horizon, the focus at Ibrox has already shifted towards fine-tuning the squad and strengthening key areas that have shown vulnerabilities this season. The recruitment team has been quietly assessing the options, looking at who could make an immediate impact, while also fitting into the long-term vision that the manager has been crafting since taking charge. Midfield has emerged as one of the areas under particular scrutiny, and there's been a lot of buzz surrounding the kind of talent that could be brought in to reinforce the engine room of the team. One name that has been gaining attention is Norway's rising star, Yen Ha-Toal, a 20-year-old central midfielder whose performances have caught the eye across Europe. Clubs in England have been tracking his progress closely, intrigued by the balance he brings between technical ability and tactical awareness, as well as his potential to grow into a commanding presence on the pitch. Rangers' recruitment focus seems to be aligned with this type of profile: young, ambitious, and with plenty of room to develop further, while already capable of contributing at the top level. Atoal's current contract runs until 2027, meaning any move would require serious commitment, but the potential reward is considered well worth the investment. Sources familiar with player development have pointed to Atoal as an ideal fit for the kind of squad Danny Rowe is shaping. He's described as exactly the type of player who could thrive under Rowe's leadership, someone who combines a hunger for growth with the intelligence to adapt quickly to a demanding league like the Scottish Premiership. It's a profile that aligns with Rangers' ongoing strategy of nurturing talent that can make a difference immediately, while also offering long-term value, whether through contribution on the pitch or future opportunities to generate funds for the club through a well-timed transfer. Financially, the reported figures surrounding Atoal make him a plausible target. Estimates suggest a fee in the region of £3.5 to £4 million, a sum that fits with Rangers' model of investing in high-potential youngsters who could become pivotal players while also carrying resale potential. The focus here isn't just about filling a spot in midfield. It's about finding someone who can slot into the rhythm of the team, understand the demands of Scottish football, and start making a tangible difference from the moment they arrive. Atoal ticks those boxes, offering both immediate impact and a platform for further development as the squad continues to evolve. Meanwhile, the January window isn't just about incoming players. It's equally about identifying which members of the current squad might move on to make space or provide funds for key additions. Now, the club appears committed to holding onto its core assets, ensuring that players deemed essential to Rowe's project, like JD Gazima, are not made available for transfer under any circumstances. Gazima's recent form has been a topic of discussion among supporters, and while some have questioned his consistency, the management sees him as integral to the team's long-term ambitions. Having joined Rangers in a significant summer deal, the 22-year-old winger is considered too valuable to risk losing in the midst of a season where continuity and cohesion are vital. Rowe's trust in Gazima comes from a long-standing working relationship, and it's clear that the manager believes the winger still has a substantial role to play in helping Rangers achieve stability and success as the season progresses. At the same time, attention behind the scenes is turning to squad members who may not be in the immediate plans. Players who have struggled for minutes or whose contributions haven't met expectations could find themselves on the move, opening up opportunities for fresh faces to step in and strengthen the squad. Joe Rothwell, for instance, is one name that's been linked with potential departure, as interest from clubs in England has grown. Since Rowe's arrival, Rothwell has found playing time limited, featuring only sporadically and often remaining outside the matchday squad entirely. The summer move from Bournemouth, while promising at the outset, hasn't yet produced the desired impact, and a transfer in January could offer both the player and the club a chance to recalibrate. Meanwhile, the overarching theme for Rangers in the winter market is one of balance, bringing in players who can deliver on the pitch immediately while maintaining a vision for long-term growth. The aim is to avoid rash decisions, focusing instead on carefully targeted acquisitions that complement the existing squad. Young talents like Toal represent this dual strategy perfectly, combining promise with readiness and offering Rowe the chance to inject fresh energy into the midfield while keeping an eye on the future. The January window will likely be a defining period for the club as it seeks to consolidate its squad, address areas of weakness, and continue building a team capable of competing across multiple fronts. This preparation isn't just about shoring up the first team. It's also about creating competition for places, ensuring that every player knows the standards required and is ready to contribute when called upon. The squad is being assessed meticulously, with an eye on both technical ability and adaptability to the rigors of Scottish football. The aim is to find players who can thrive in the intense, fast-paced environment at Ibrox, where every game is a test of stamina, skill, and mental strength. Those who fit the profile could find themselves in the thick of a transformative period for the club where smart recruitment and careful squad management are set to play a key role in shaping Rangers' fortunes for the remainder of the season. As the transfer window approaches, all eyes will remain on how the club balances ambition with pragmatism. Atoal's name is likely to stay front and center in conversations, representing a prime example of the type of signing that can make an immediate difference while aligning with the broader strategy of squad development. At the same time, Rowe and his team will continue to monitor performances, assess potential departures, and make decisions designed to keep Rangers competitive, cohesive, and prepared for the challenges ahead. With so many moving parts, it's a period that promises intrigue, excitement, and the kind of strategic planning that defines clubs aiming to compete at the highest level. As the winter months draw nearer, the atmosphere around Ibrox is buzzing with speculation, anticipation, and a sense of opportunity. The January transfer window is never just a period of shopping. It's a chance for the club to assert its intent, to show that the squad is being built with a clear purpose and that the manager's vision is translating into action on and off the pitch. Danny Rowe has already made it clear that he wants players who can deliver immediately, but also possess the potential to grow within the Rangers framework. And that philosophy will shape every decision made in the coming weeks. There's a determination to blend youth with experience, to strengthen key positions while maintaining the ethos of the club and the balance within the squad. Yen Hatawal continues to be a focal point in these discussions. His technical ability, vision, and work rate in midfield mark him out as a player capable of influencing games in Scotland's top tier. Rangers have a history of identifying talent early, integrating players who can adapt to the unique challenges of Scottish football, and then nurturing them into assets of considerable value. Hartwell fits that template perfectly, with the added bonus of being only 20 years old, meaning his trajectory can be guided carefully to maximize his impact at Ibrox. The discussions behind closed doors suggest that the club is keen to move decisively should the opportunity arise, recognizing that securing the right talent early can prevent rivals from entering the race and provide stability in a position that could otherwise leave gaps in the squad. At the same time, the club's approach to departures is being handled with equal care. Not every player on the fringes will necessarily leave, but there's an awareness that some movement is necessary to create space for incoming talent and to ensure that squad morale remains high. Joe Rothwell's situation is emblematic of this. Since Rowe took over, his playing time has been limited, and there's growing recognition that a move could benefit both player and club. With clubs in England showing interest, Rangers have the chance to secure a transfer that reflects Rothwell's value while freeing up resources to strengthen areas identified as priorities, particularly in midfield. The key here is balance, maintaining the strength of the squad while ensuring that every player has the opportunity to contribute meaningfully to the team's objectives. Meanwhile, JD Gazema remains a cornerstone of Rowe's plans despite some criticisms from the stands. His experience, versatility, and familiarity with the manager's system make him invaluable, particularly as Rangers look to maintain consistency across a congested fixture schedule. While his scoring record may have been patchy in recent months, his contribution extends beyond goals, encompassing build-up play, defensive duties, and creating opportunities for teammates. The commitment to retaining Gazema highlights the club's strategy of protecting core players while selectively reshaping the squad around them. It's a clear statement that not every interest from rival clubs will be entertained, and that continuity is as important as innovation in Rowe's vision for the team. As for other squad members, the winter window is expected to bring careful evaluations rather than wholesale upheaval. Rangers leadership knows that stability is crucial, particularly with the league title race and domestic cups demanding focus. Those who have struggled for minutes will be assessed in terms of their potential contribution, and decisions will be made on a case-by-case basis. The aim is to create a squad that is competitive, motivated, and cohesive, where players feel valued but also understand that performance dictates opportunity. In practical terms, this means that the fringe players who depart will do so in a way that maximizes return while leaving the core of the squad intact, allowing Rowe to implement his tactical vision without compromise. Financial prudence also underpins these plans. The club is mindful of balancing expenditure with potential returns, and there's a clear strategy to invest in young talent who can contribute immediately while also representing long-term value. H12 in particular embodies this philosophy, providing an injection of quality without breaking the budget and offering the potential for significant upside should he adapt successfully to Scottish football. It's a model that has served Rangers well in previous seasons, combining calculated risk with careful scouting to ensure that each signing aligns with both short-term needs and long-term ambitions. Off the pitch, there's a renewed sense of energy among supporters as they follow these developments. Fans understand that the January window can be transformative, and there's a tangible excitement at the prospect of seeing new talent arrive while key members of the squad continue to develop. The management's careful handling of contracts, potential departures, and incoming transfers reflects a club that is not just reacting to immediate circumstances, but actively shaping its future. It's a period where strategy, vision, and ambition intersect, and Rangers are determined to ensure that every move contributes to a stronger, more competitive team for the months ahead. Tactically, Rowe has been evaluating the squad to identify areas where reinforcement can make the most impact. Midfield has been highlighted repeatedly, not simply because of individual performances, but because it is the engine of the team. A strong midfield allows for control in games, smooth transitions between defense and attack, and the ability to dictate tempo against top opponents. Integrating someone like a Toal could give Rangers that edge, providing energy, intelligence, and technical ability to complement the existing players. His adaptability is particularly valuable as Scottish football often demands both physicality and quick thinking, and Hatowal's skill set suggests he can handle the rigors of the Premiership while contributing creatively to the team's attacking and defensive phases. The January window will also see Rowe and his staff carefully weighing competition from other clubs. It's understood that clubs in England and Europe are monitoring some of the same targets, so timing and decisiveness will be crucial. Rangers will need to act swiftly to secure deals that align with the manager's objectives, ensuring that they strengthen the squad without overpaying or compromising on quality. This sense of urgency reflects a wider understanding that the modern transfer market is fast-moving and highly competitive, and the club's recruitment strategy has to be nimble to stay ahead of rivals. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team. It's crucial for Rangers FC fans. Shockwaves are rippling through Scottish football as whispers emerge from the corridors of international power, hinting at a FIFA intervention that could shake the very foundations of Rangers Football Club. Rumours circulating among insiders suggest that the Scottish Giants, long celebrated for their domestic dominance, may have seen one of their most cherished titles stripped under circumstances that remain murky at best. Sources close to the matter insist that the decision, if confirmed, is tied to alleged irregularities that FIFA has been quietly investigating for months. The footballing world is left in stunned disbelief as Rangers fans scramble to make sense of reports that could rewrite history books and redefine the club's legacy. The speculation centers on an alleged breach of regulations that has somehow slipped past the scrutiny of local authorities, only to be caught up in the gaze of the global governing body. While the specifics are unclear, insiders hint at financial discrepancies, potential administrative oversights, or even contentious transfer dealings as possible triggers for FIFA's drastic action. The rumour mill is alive with conjecture, with pundits and journalists across Scotland and beyond dissecting every subtle signal from official channels. Some allege that rival clubs may have quietly fed intelligence to international authorities, seeking an advantage in a bitterly contested football landscape. Others caution that the story might be exaggerated, a tempest in a teacup amplified by social media frenzy and passionate fan speculation. In Glasgow, supporters have been left in shock, oscillating between disbelief and outrage. Fan forums are ablaze with heated debate, conspiracy theories and calls for transparency, as the idea that a historic title could be quietly erased by a distant governing body strikes at the heart of local pride. Club officials have remained tight-lipped, issuing statements that are careful not to confirm nor deny the swirling claims, fueling further speculation. Commentators note that the timing of the alleged ruling, coinciding with ongoing international scrutiny of football governance, adds layers of intrigue to the saga. If true, the implications are enormous. Questions about the legitimacy of past seasons, potential financial penalties, and the long-term impact on player morale could all be part of a fallout that reverberates far beyond Ibrox. For now, the football world is left waiting, caught between hope and fear, as this potentially historic episode unfolds, whether FIFA's intervention proves to be a watershed moment or merely the latest in a series of sensational rumors. One thing is certain: Rangers supporters will be watching closely, hearts in mouths, as the saga continues to develop. The club that has long been a symbol of Scottish pride now finds itself at the centre of one of the most tantalising and unnerving speculations in modern football history. Greetings, fans. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments section below. Until the next video, stay tuned